they get on the water. Then when the wind is suppress of winter. Oh, that political is so. As the new party, as the popo party, people tired. Too much credit, say they get woe. When the process deceive them, make it to woe. And when they collect all the brown and fellow, they cannot think how they live with the fellow. When you know color, when you know Kapanambo, when you're voting a way, I come away. So if I fire with them, I beat them, or go with George them. One by the fruit we should know them. They say John Reward with some John rest. So they treating us and using us the flow red. Look at my look at some I know everybody equal in the ass for. But they treating us and using us like a gate door. We not blame them. So election comes, we will embrace them. The panel may fire, get up with them. See me like your own self in the barrel. What do I say I can't pressing the code there. Coming with a big code there. Flyers, banner, t-shirt, and chair will be petty. You shine your eyes. If for the will super one.
This is Sky 107.1 FM. Don't dare touch that dial.
Are you in search of a radio station that will give you all in one
Vatan Records, MNJ, who's that nigga? Kim Basto, Money Blow, baby. The Vara Boy, Spit Brothers Empire. I'm gonna Wolambe, Mula LB. This is the voice of the wild, let the warrior. Hey, Didier Meke. Keman Didianda Didier Meke, Woboka Mula, Mamewa Mawola, Masojano Wobejina Mula, Woboka Mula, Wasonala, Mokwala, Kewakoso Mula, Woboka Mula, Mamanu Beton now, Amekia now, Mamanu Befa now, Woboka Mula, Muboka Jayala, Konyama Mani, Omutajabia, Woboka Mula, Kalona Pasiloko Jaibeto. Kekome ajamulao okoka mula popo mase kongwite imabu befa abese mate okoka mula wa mobanu siye.
All right, and so it's a fun one there done by King Basto. He features Mighty Blow on this track and he calls it a parable. Let me say good morning to you wherever you are. It's good to be back here with you through the magic of radio. I'm the Lady Cool. Some folks around call me the coolest baby. But let's now bring you 50-50 right here.
Good morning, Monrovia. Good morning, Habel. Good morning, Robertsfield. Good morning, Robertsport. Good morning, Tudota. Good morning, Salala. Good morning, Macaque City. Good morning, Tottenburg. Good morning, Clay. Good morning, Waterside. Good morning, Rebus. Good morning, Bapulu. Good morning, Buchanan. Good morning, Lark. Good morning, Carwell. Good morning, Brewerville, Virginia, and Camp David. My Rebel Edge, this is 50-50 on a Thursday morning on Sky 107.1 FM. What's on your mind on a Thursday morning? It's a political, social, economic. Speak none of it about hold your peace. Don't be the coward. Because we know cowards die many, many times before their death. The brave, the nationalist, the patriot never taste of death but once. So speak responsibly because Liberia is eagerly awaiting your insightful suggestion. Well, speak to those things that make Liberia better. Things that reveal Liberia to be the better place to be, or reliable place to be, or sincere and honest place to be. Be truthful to what you say so that people will hold you in high esteem. The numbers to call by 11 o'clock as usual is 07777 You'll be live on 5015 on Sky 107. Better stay callers on 077221223. You'll be live on 5015 on Sky 107. Those two numbers, those two generic numbers are placed and pasted on our Facebook page, Sky Communications Liberia. Today, for some reason, best known to myself, I've again invited the host of Straight from the Heart or to the Heart and Nothing to Hide, Matthias Labendi. He will be my co-host because Philip, we said, is in Ghana, and most of the time we'll be teaming up. Of course, my name is Tim Hans. I'm the grandson of my grandfather. And 50-50, you just can't beat the experience. We'll be back right after the theme song.
Bring my umbrella so I can rush to the bank before the line gets long.
So the bank? Honor this ring? Let me laugh at you small, yeah? Yeah. Big girls like me do banking from anywhere. All I need is a nice cup of coffee and a chair. It's time to start transferring some cash around.
Oh, you can transfer money from your bank account to your phone?
Simple. My account is connected to my wallet. Standing in line at banks is the least of my worry these days.
Orange Money Bank to Wallet is now with EcoBank. Transfer your money from the bank to your Orange Money wallet and vice versa. Register today with Orange Money Bank to Wallet and worry no more about standing in long queues at the bank. Now you can do your bank transfers from anywhere using your phone. Just dial *144# and follow instructions.
Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Hey man, give me the answer now. What's the now president of Liberia Football Association?
Oh my brother, why you saying how much give me that for? You asking me play that question?
My dear, I'm a new level, yeah. The more you know, Orange, is the more you win.
Predict the exact score for each Euro Cup 2020 game and stand a chance to win recharge cards and cash prizes up to $50. Text your answer to 272. Each text is 10 cents.
Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Papa, I didn't like the president when I saw.
You all play, my biggie. You know your news?
Why news again?
Boost your data allowance with the new Euro 2020 Cup Data Bundle. Get 1 gigabyte for $1 only. Valid for 24 hours. Just dial *111#.
Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Papa, I didn't like the president when I saw.
You all play, my biggie. You know your news?
Why news again?
Get your Orange Home Internet Bundle for only $39. That's 75 gigabytes of data for 30 whole days for only $39. Just dial *833# to activate your Orange Home Internet Bundle.
Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Bring my umbrella so I can win.
Hello, your number one 100% Liberian-owned professional garage and auto parts dealer, Uptown Garage, is still around and going stronger and getting better. Yes, Uptown Garage at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets, after 20 years in the business, has a new spare parts store known as Uptown Spare Parts on Broad Street side. You don't have to order spare parts from overseas. You can purchase brand new spare parts for your car from us. No more used parts. For original spark plug from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to us. Uptown Garage has a branch at Rehab that you can also count on. We have a diagnoser that can find and we fix any problem on your car. With our sophisticated equipment, we give 1 month warranty. We provide a tow truck free of charge if it's our garage that will work on your car, or we can tow your car anywhere for a fee. Uptown Garage has been around for 20 years now, providing reliable, efficient, and professional services and durable auto parts for your car. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 55 3317, 0886 55 3317 or at our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Our email address is uptowngarage2014@gmail.com. Uptown Garage, always the best. Forget the rest.
Before the line gets long.
So they bang on this ring. Let me laugh at you small, yeah. Yeah, big girls like me do banging from anywhere. All I need is a nice cup of coffee and a chair. It's time to start transferring some cash around.
Oh, you can transfer money from your bank account to your phone?
Simple. My account is connected to my wallet. Standing in line at banks is the least of my worry these days.
Orange Money Bank to Wallet is now with EcoBank. Transfer your money from the bank to your Orange Money wallet and vice versa. Register today with Orange Money Bank to Wallet and worry no more about standing in long queues at the bank. Now you can do your bank transfers from anywhere using your phone. Just dial *144# and follow instructions.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hey man, give me the answer now. What's the now president of Liberia Football Association?
Oh my brother, why you saying how much give me that for? You asking me play that question?
But yeah, I'm a new level, yeah. The more you know, Orange, is the more you win.
Predict the exact score for each Euro Cup 2020 game and stand a chance to win recharge cards and cash prizes up to $50. Text your answer to 272. Each text is 10 cents.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Thank you very much. Back on 50-50 on Sky 107. Today is Thursday. It's your time, it's your floor, but I have some major interjections to make. And let me read this before I get into the discussion. This notice is coming from NPHIL, National Public Health Institute of Liberia, NPHIL. They sent this release, and let me read it for you, because that is the crux and the foundation of what is on my mind today. It reads, we take note of several complaints of extortion and fraud in our COVID-19 testing and results processes by individuals trusted to carry out delicate activities. We take these complaints extremely seriously and have recommended an internal review. Paragraph 2 begins. We believe that these complaints, if true, emanate from sample collectors who have created new codes and submit different test samples for individuals who have tested positive for COVID-19. As a result, there will be changes in our system aimed at clamping down on fraud. Any staff caught in this process will be immediately dismissed and turned over to the appropriate authority to face prosecution. Individuals caught paying for changed test results are also going to be prosecuted. We urge everyone to remain calm and cooperate as we tackle this outbreak. That is what they released. As a result of this release, I am putting a call through to the head of Elmsville, Madam Jean Macaulay, to give me some clarification as to what it is contained in the release, because that is what is on my mind. So as soon as I got Madam Macaulay to give us clarification on this, we will let you know, because I've already spoken to her to come to us live and give clarification on this.
Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Macaulay. Good morning. This is T-Max of Sky 107.
Good morning, T-Max. How are you?
Okay, I'm all right. As long as God is up there, and I've already taken my vaccine. I took my 2 vaccines. And
that's good. We're happy for that.
Okay, and my family, my brothers and sisters, my children are all doing their tests. But this caught my attention, and I want to read that to you because it speaks volume. And it reads like this. It comes from your office. It says, we take note of several complaints of extortion and fraud in our COVID 19 testing and result processes by individuals trusted to carry out these delicate responsibilities. We take these complaints extremely seriously and have commenced an eternal review. We believe that these complaints, if true, emanate from sample collectors who create new codes and submit different test samples for individuals who have tested positive for COVID-19. And as a result of this, there will be changes in our system aimed at clamping down on fraud. Any staff caught in this process will be immediately dismissed and turned over to the appropriate authority to face prosecution. Individual caught paying for changed test results are also going to be prosecuted. We urge the public or anyone to remain calm and cooperate as we tackle this outbreak. Could you, Madam, my colleague, giving an insight as to what necessitated this?
So yeah, thank you, T-Max. So there have been several complaints, all over the internet, call-ins, and, just people trying to find out what is going on. And a lot of people complaining about results that they're seeing of their friends or family members and people getting through the system. We also know that these things are not unique to Liberia, and everywhere we go, people will always find a way to beat the system. Reason why we are trying right now to crack down on things that they're doing. So according to the IHR requirements, which is the International Health Regulations requirements, it says that we should make sure that our surveillance systems and laboratories can detect potential threats. It also says that we should work together with other countries to make decisions in public health emergency. I'm bringing this up to say that for those persons that are caught in the act, especially travelers, whether you are the traveler or you are engaged with a staff member, those staff members will be handled here. But for those travelers, we will send information through the IHR platform to the countries of destination where you're going. We will send that information. So if we cannot persecute you here, you will be persecuted there. Whether you're going to America, whether you're going to India, we are part of the IHR platform, and it's our duty to report. So if you're causing potential, because this is considered potential threat to public health, this is a threat. By you going, knowing that you're positive and finding a way for your result to become negative on a flight with so many other persons that have tested negative, knowing very well that you're positive, it's a complete threat and it's very selfish. So we have to make sure that as part of our regulation, we are cracking down on these things and persecuting those accordingly that are involved with such behavior.
In other words, should I trust any test result from ONVIC? Should I trust? Why should I trust any of your results?
So the lab remains the lab. The results as it comes to the lab is positive. It's what is put in the tube before it comes to the lab is what I'm testing. In terms of quality assurances, all of that is done on a daily basis with each sample that comes to the laboratory. The laboratory is only responsible to receive sample and test what they receive in the tube. So if you collect another human sample that is negative, if I'm positive, and let's say a laboratory technician might collect another sample that is negative, knows the person that was tested initially is positive, the lab is only going to test what is in the test tube. So it's not about credibility of the lab. That's why I said we really need to crack down on those collecting the samples, on those case investigators. That's where we really need to crack down on it. Also, from the airport standpoint, those are creating fake certificates. So those persons that are negative for create fake certificate and are able to wiggle their way through the system to the aid of different persons at the airport, though that comes from the lab is credible because the lab is only testing what they receive in that specimen tube. Reason why we need to make sure what is getting in the tube is what we need to pay more attention to.
Could you explain to me what you call if the complaints are true, emanate from sample collector who create new codes and submit different test results? Could you explain that to me? What you tell me that new codes?
Yeah, so T-Max, once you start when you're about to get when you're about to travel or once you get tested, that same code will follow you for every testing that you do, whether you're traveling in or whether that code follows you whenever you're about to travel or whenever you go to test. So what we've noticed is that instead of, let's say, T-Max is positive.
God forbid, I can never be positive.
And his code is 024. So I know T-Max and I want T-Max to go through the system. So I create a different code so that TMAC cannot be detected as positive. I create a different code for TMAC at 025. And at that point, maybe I know that TMAC's daughter is negative. I collect TMAC's daughter sample and I put it within a tube and send it to the laboratory. So now that test results comes out negative, and then TMAC is going and parading town and saying, look, I was negative. Look at the lab confused. I was negative. Now they're sending me positive result. They don't know what they're doing. But TMAC, and along with the lab staff or the case investigator, have then cheated the system and put everybody else at risk.
How many presidents have you caught in this fraudulent act?
We are still reviewing the process, but we have seen a lot of duplicates so far. We have pulled more than at this point, more than 60 duplicates just yesterday, looking through the system. Persons that have duplicated their test results. We have pulled about 60 duplicates, and those staff involved are being investigated to be prosecuted accordingly.
Madam Macaulay, thank you once again. This is Matthias Labindi. I just want to find out quickly from you, madam, because this information is just a day old. So yesterday, this information was brought to the public. I want to know the proactiveness of your people, of your men, in making sure that people get their test results. Some of the complaints we have heard, even from people who travel out of the country, is that sometimes they get tested, they never get their results and leave the country. So don't you think it is the delay involved in getting people results to them, that it is in between there something, may just get into the minds of your people, your those who doing the testing, to get involved into some corrupt act?
Thank you, Tima. So let's start by saying no matter how delayed the system could be, it doesn't make it right for anyone to cheat the system, especially putting another human's health at risk. That's first and foremost. That's a very selfish behavior, and those caught in that act will be persecuted according to the law. That's number one. Number two, we have one national reference lab. The lab has been responsible just not for Montserrado County, but for collecting samples from every county here in Liberia for COVID-19. Not only COVID, the lab is running other routine services, laboratory testing for other public health diseases of concerns that we are currently following. Okay, we realize that the lab have been delayed in some instances, not all instances, in some instances with test results. And we have put several measures in place as of today's date to make sure that persons traveling receive the test results on time. So number one, we're decentralizing testing. So for the counties, we have, through the efforts of His Excellency and the test kits brought in country from France, we're able to send some of these test kits to other countries, these rapid test kits to other counties. So with that, those counties are able to test and get their. Also at the airport for more than a week now, we have been issuing results on arrival. When the passenger comes, they take their test and they get the result before they leave the airport. So that way, we're not having complaints about people saying, we got tested at the airport, however, we have not received our test results. So we're making sure that everybody that comes through the airport are receiving the results right before they're leaving the airport. We also have put another testing center in a volunteer testing center at the Pinsville Town Hall. That testing center is open from 9 a.m. and receive their results before they leave. So there's so much that we're not doing before and that we're doing with this new surge. We didn't have the need at that point, but now with the new surge and really trying to break transmission, we are decentralizing testing as much as we can to ensure that everyone is met. Everyone that wants to know their status is able to go to a center and know exactly whether they are COVID-19 positive or negative, so that way they can carry on their day-to-day activities.
The attitude of your sample collectors damping the credibility of MPhil, because it seems to me that if heaven is something that money could buy, the rich will live and the poor will die, means that anybody who is tested, if he has negative, his result is positive, and he pays the thing as required by the sample collector, that person will be given a negative result. Maybe which is why the spread of this variant is so high and unprecedented as it is in Liberia, because of the attitude of your scientists.
So, Timas, let's be clear for a minute. So, we are working on an MPhil, yes, but because of this pandemic, there have been a lot of surge capacity. So, folks that were brought on board, trained to do sample collection. So, not all of them are employees of Enfield, okay? They are part of the incident management system, but not necessarily an employee of Enfield. So let's say we needed 10 laboratory technicians. We decide to put out the call. We got 10 technicians. We train them on how to sample, collect, and package for the laboratory. So that doesn't mean they are necessarily Enfield employees. They are not Enfield employees. There are several reasons for the surge, as we know. We have had community transmission for the longest. People have refused to get tested. Not only that, we have not been wearing our masks and really following health protocols. So it's not based on one variable here that we can say, okay, this is the reason why there's a surge. There's several variables that's responsible for the surge in cases at this point.
Those lab technicians, were they vetted in? Or you just recruited them because they are lab technicians?
They were trained, and people we considered to be credible.
And they don't prove to be credible now because they're swapping results.
Not all of them. There are some people, and those people have already been pulled out of the system. As we uncover these things, we pull people out of the system. We will continue to crack down on a day-to-day basis. No system is perfect. This is the reason why, as we see a flaw in the system, we try to crack down on. When there's another flaw in the system, we try to crack down on it. That's not the only area where fraud is going on. There's also fraud that we've noted that's been going on at the airport for outgoing travelers as well. There are people that will print out fake results, like manage to do a whole bunch of things, different kinds of things for the results, print it out where someone is positive, he gave them a negative result, and for some reason manage their way where those persons' results do not get scanned. Because every result that comes to the RIA, we scan them before, and once we scan the barcode, it tells us whether you are negative in the system or positive in the system.
But
so those people apparently are able to trick their way through that again, and because of that, we have changed the security features on the test results just to really continue to crack down on the fraud that's going on.
How many you weed out of the system? How many corrupt guys have you weed out of the system?
We weed out a few persons out of the system already. I can't give you an exact number right now because we're still doing an investigation, but we weed out a few persons out of the system. That's from the airport end and the end of the sample collectors and the case investigators.
So can you say, madam, you've been proactive with your work? Because what we're reading out there on your page is like you directly complained yourself to the public that because of our negligence on our part, this is what have been happening to you people. So it's this is not
negligence on our part. We did not tell the sample collectors collect and engage in fraudulent activities. It's not negligent on our part. This is something that we're discovering as a concern, and we're trying to address it. There's no negligence on our part. Those persons that were brought into work, those persons were vetted. They were also trained, and we thought they would uphold the integrity of the institution in the country. So on their failure to do so, they will be persecuted. But it's not negligent on our part.
Well, you made their names public so that we know them.
Right now, we're still going through the investigation process. When that investigation is complete, we will see if that is an option.
A friend of mine told me he ran his test in the States. He came to Liberia and he ran the test through your lab, and he was seen to be positive. How true is that? How can that be? How can I be positive and be negative at the same time?
So, T-Max, we had a case tested positive on arrival. So most persons that say you're traveling from the US, you probably get your test done within 72 hours of your travel time. That's almost 3 days at that point in time. You get to travel by the time you leave from wherever you're leaving to come to Liberia, that's about 28 to 48 hours. You could have contacted the virus anywhere within that period. So there's nothing that says because I tested negative and I believe the lab in America and I tested negative, track the virus, within transit or where the countries you're coming from. So it's very common that you can contract the virus. There are even people that might be positive for COVID, and after a few 14 to 18 days are still being positive. Some people get reinfected in the process. So you can be positive, get over your positivity, and then get reinfected again. So all of these things are possible. It's not unique to Liberia or unique to any country. It is possible with the virus that we're dealing with.
Do you take responsibilities of the carelessness and attitude of these fraudulent sample collectors?
Well, I wouldn't say we should take responsibility for human behavior, just like I wouldn't take responsibility for those that decide not to wear the mask and not to wash their hands and not to follow the protocols that have been put in place. Every employee or every health or lab technician have sets of protocols that they have to follow. So they have to take responsibility for what they have done and what they have caused. It's not my responsibility to take or the responsibility of the government or the responsibility of the National Public Health Institute. My responsibility here is to weed those persons up the system and continue to ensure integrity, quality assurance, and processes when it comes to laboratory testing.
Yes, so your leadership, this unscrupulous people have been discovered. Would I make you to resign? Because I'm told you're keen on your reputation and your performance. Could you resign of this because it's on your watch? This thing has come to light.
My performance has been on point, so there's no reason for me to resign at this point. I don't understand why resignation would even be, in the conversation. Why would I resign when I'm here?
Because it's happening on your watch.
Okay, so let me make this clear on T-Max. We are running the incident management system. We are not running Enfield. The only difference here is the laboratory for testing falls underneath of the Public Health Institute of Liberia. Those that were vetted in terms of lab technicians and case investigators were vetted underneath of the incident management system. The only difference here and the reason why Enfield name is being paraded is that the samples that are collected in the community is then transported to the National Reference Laboratory that falls underneath the National Public Health Institute of Liberia.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that was the clarification from Jean Macaulay of Enfield. They have discovered, as I read to you, the release they just put out from Enfield. And let me read that for your understanding. It begins like this. We take note of several complaints of extortion and fraud in our COVID-19 testing and result processes by a person trusted to carry out delicate responsibilities. We take these complaints extremely seriously and have commenced an internal review. We believe that these complaints, if true, emanate from sample collectors who create new codes and submit different test samples for individuals who have tested positive for COVID-19. As a result, there will be changes in our system and aims at clamping down on fraud. Any staff caught in the process will be immediately dismissed and turned over to the appropriate authority to face prosecution. Individual caught paying for 07777 on Thursday morning. Let's go to the line, talk to our first caller. Good morning. Good morning. The caller is not ready. So my bunny, that's what it is. What it tells me, look, Jean is trying to be protective of her job, I would think, because it occurs under her watch. So no result I can take very, very seriously. Because if people can change results based on what people paid for, then we can rely on the results.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Tim. My name is Lamini Kemoka, calling from Johnson Street at my workshop.
Go ahead, Lamini.
Me say good morning to the Matthias.
Go ahead.
Mr. Tim, I get a lot of it from my mind, But let's speak of you. On the issue of the war code, the second release of the coronavirus, honestly, it kind of babbles into honest. Because the government said that, Uncle Tim, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that coronavirus not in Liberia, that's what I'm saying. No. But because the government said that, we are chanting and tailoring for the war code issue to come in Liberia at the point in time, So they decided to come out with this strategy to talk about, the second wave of the coronavirus in Liberia. So the issue of the war crime post to be put on hold. So, but we, the world meaning Liberia of this country, Honorable Chirabe, we're not going to sit now and watch our people that die, during the civil crisis of the country. They're slaughtered. No, we're not going to agree. We are going to follow the health procedure, wash our hands, wear our mask, anywhere we go, But the issue of the war crime code is a must. Another issue so Honorable Dillon, you know, every people know Honorable Tima, Dillon, you know, the train is taking, I don't think it represents the lead of the horse, honestly. Because Dillon, Tima to say that you will not take Kala Potano 20,000 or 25,000. Look at the Kala mill right now, Honorable Tirate. Melena Vigo, you know, with the epitome of luxury, comfort, and durability. What the people that you representing are suffering can't find a daily meal.
Let me ask you something here. Let me ask you something here.
Go ahead, Honorable Tirate.
I want you to be friend with me. All the people in that place there, would they say they eating money? Now when they long people suffering, you see a lot of people suffering. So why? Because they think, you never know what will happen in that Senate that they long to everything. Why you want to be on that one day long? So the other people that yeah. I voted for Dillon. I think so. I know who you voted for.
But the president that Dillon made to me, and you know,
my man.
He told me that he's not going to take
my man. My small boy. My man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You vote for Dillon. I know who you voted for. So don't tell me that. I want to Dillon. They will person over there. I don't know what the point. Let's go back to line 2. Talk to our next caller. Good morning. The caller is not ready here.
You know, Timax, you were saying you were.
The one I was saying, this is scary.
Very
scary. It means that which is why this search, this bidding, this plateau I was talking to Dr. Keto the other day, it's going on.
Yeah.
People come to our country when they are tested, it's negative. When they have the money, I mean, it's positive. When they have the money, it's a money game as it is now.
It's a business.
It's a business as it is. People that are doing the testing are changing people's results based on what and Gene is saying. We're gonna weed out the bad apples from the bunch. This is scary.
No one opens a school, hire even qualified teachers, put them in the classroom and monitor them. So even that justification, that's why I ask her. Because they release, if you read below the comments coming from the people, both in the diaspora, it shows that to me that MTO reported herself to the public. People, because of negligence on our part, that was negligence. Because you gave the people.
Not with the negligence. MTO is telling us, hey, whatever episode I gave you is the opposite.
Yeah.
That's what it's
doing. So moving forward from the beginning.
Do not trust the result we gave you.
From the posting of this release, it shows to us, like you said, we should not trust anything moving forward. Because you still have the people that you've now weeded them out. She could not name the people that have been weeded out of that place. You don't know how many people's samples have been changed. You don't know how many people have been given undue psychological trauma because of the fact that they are being tested negative and somebody transformed their results to positive. You have 300 people plus, or more than 100 plus people. The Ministry of Health reported that escaped. That is the responsibility of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia to give account of the people that ran away from after all they have been tested positive. We are here sitting and playing with serious technical things like this. Now you're saying to us, if this result, now read the second paragraph. You're talking about, we believe that these complaints,
if true, emanate from sample collectors who create new code.
Let's leave it right there, T-Max. Let's analyze the fact that MTO emphasized and recognized that if the complaints, the MTO is not.
I don't even agree with it.
I don't even take that.
I don't even agree with that prepositional phrase. If true,
there's a conclusion that MTO is aware that these complaints are factual. That is a fact. So it just you try to use English to doctor the whole thing. But the codes in question, people change codes. Isn't this disastrous? Isn't this dangerous? Now with the information, now you kept this thing for a very long time. There have been people complaining, leaving the country, traveling, and coming back. They cannot get their results. And this information has been out there for a very long time. Just a day ago, MTO decided to put this information in the public, complaining itself to the public that we've not done enough. Therefore, do not trust the results.
I talked to somebody from MTO who said that what I'm reading was not intended to be public. It was an internal communication. That was an internal communication that will pose envy in the situation. Now she talked about something that had to be that. Since the president came back with the 40,000 testing kits from France. That's what we're talking about. president came on Friday, was it on Sunday? This thing happened, or this. So when? And we're talking about more than 6 or 7 the president who resources are being swapped. That is unacceptable.
It's dangerous. It's risky. I think Macaulay needs to take her job more seriously and address people, address the public, this intelligent listeners, audience we have, address them and take responsibility.
Take responsibility. That's what I want to do.
You hire people. Now let's look at this whole thing, man. Even though she tried to deviate from it, yeah, it's not that we're trying to put her on the cross to crucify her, but you hire people. You know that this particular area is a technical place. Do you put people, anyone who has a money-making machine in their house, and you hire people to come and control the machine, do you leave them to produce a money package for you and give it to you? Or you watch them closely? Because surely you're going to be making them rich overnight. The point I'm making is that you brought people, now you're talking about, no, not everyone who brought over there are actually employees of Enfield. Enfield takes responsibility. Whether they came from the incident management system, they came from backyard hospitals, and they were brought in, you consider them as professionals. There is something they call monitoring and evaluation. How frequent, how often do you people visit the lab? So you try to say to us that, get the samples, do the testing, give us the result. We are the big shots. We sit down, we wait for you to give us whatever you give us. That's what we're going to take. Thereby leaving people to lead, be negative, and then you say this person is positive because this is Liberia. The notion of Liberian is that, well, wherever you put me, there where I'm going to eat.
Look at what somebody said. Somebody said, one Sarah Putu.
Hello?
Yes. Good morning.
Hey, T-Mac. My name is Benny. I'm calling from New York.
Go ahead, Ben.
I want to know what happened. What's happening with the fund that is being collected? $75 that is being collected out of IRA. What happened to it?
I can't tell you what it is. I think the Minister of Finance will know how much is that and how much that fee. But I was watching somebody one station who said that person from government sense. The recession of COVID, we have collected over $8 million from this COVID-related exercise, and nobody knows what that money goes to.
You know.
Yeah, that's what's on my mind today because it's ready battling me. Because $8 million is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Right now.
Thank you very much. Call me on that number, 0777-777-107. Somebody gets Sarah or Putu Wade say T-Max, they are collecting $250 United States out from people at the airport because you don't want to miss your flight to leave. So yes, you will pay the money. Sad, the wickedness of the people. So it is. If you want to travel and your result shows positive, you pay for it.
Pay for it
because you got to leave.
Or if you don't want to be tested,
you pay for it.
And just get your way out. So
call me on that number on 0777-777-107. Let's go back to line 5. Talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chilate.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Mr. Chilate. Yes, I'm on Coach Born Debe, and I joined the Constitution Foundation number 15. Mr. Chilate, this is one of the worst. In fact, it is the worst news that I have ever listened to as we are striving to ensure that we combat the spread of COVID-19. Like Matthias recommended, there is a need for a resignation because the thing is, we are fighting tirelessly to ensure that we combat this virus. You are being given a responsibility. So we would have thought that you will exercise your responsibility with key action. But to come and inform us that people are changing their sample, the testing result is unfortunate. It is an action that is tantamount to undermining the fight against the spread of COVID-19. So as such, all those persons who are responsible need to resign. Because the thing is, Mr. Chilate, we are not taking this fight for granted. We know the danger associated with COVID-19. We know how COVID-19 has managed to stop in Liberia and across the world. So when you are given a responsibility to ensure that you help us defeat the virus, then you think a laissez-faire road to provide lazy justification is unfortunate. You all available platform to call on the president. If the madam does not summon the courage to resign, there is a need that should be fired because We cannot compromise the health of our people. Having said that, it is important to also identify the maximum deception from the angle of Senator Dillon. Mr. Latte, to whom much is given, much is required. Senator Dillon has managed to generate the admiration of Liberian people on the basis of appreciating himself as a person that has integrity, and also he will not involve into lavish spending. Now, considering the fact that Senator Dillon criticize almost all of those things that he is currently doing, it is also important for us to point those things out and call him to order. Now, you don't have to criticize everything because you are desperate to occupy a position. When you criticize everything, when you occupy that position and you are involved into those things that you criticize before, you'll be brought to the spotlight. You criticize people for, going to America on a business flight. You are saying, we are saying, in order to transform this country, those places.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Call me on that number 077777107. You'll be live from 5050 on Sky 107. Let's go back to line 2. Talk to our next caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, my brother. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
This is Kessel. I'm calling you from Tech.
Kessel, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, T-Mac, it is just sad. It is just sad for Liberia. Every time when you think of expecting some good news, the only thing you hear is negative. Look at the information you just reading that comes from Enfield. T-Mac. Well, this time, NSA should be doing her work by arresting people. That's medical crime. You know how many persons you have made just because you told them they were positive? That's a crime.
That's an ethical crime.
That's a very, very big crime. Very big crime. You know? I know someone who was admitted to that they have the virus. Since that person went in that place, I can tell you for the past 1.5, almost 2 weeks, I have spoken to that person almost on a daily basis. You do not find any symptoms. No breath shortage, no fever, absolutely nothing. I talk to that person almost on a daily basis. The person still feels healthy. Everything is normal, but guess what? They told the person that they were positive.
And that person is going through that psychological torture.
Exactly. That's what it did. That's a crime. I mean, instant. So for someone who is heading such a position, to come and justify Liberia, where are we going? Why are we treating ourselves and our people like this? There's a crime. There's a come on, arrest those people who are involved in doing that. That's the first thing that should be done right now. The NSA should get involved right now and start to pick up people, go back to those who we lie on and tell them that, oh, we lie on you. Because they will sue you for that. They will sue you for that.
Thank you very much.
What they can do right now is to weed out those people who are in their midst, who are involved in committing crime,
and make them public.
To NSA to have them prosecuted.
Weed them out and make them public.
Prosecuted. In fact, their licenses should be suspended if possible.
You know,
you can't have people like that roaming and political system. Those are people who will get you, who will tell you that they will tell you that you have a sugar, and they'll go ahead and give you drink, knowing very well that you should not be taking drink. Those are the kind of people who have in the system. So if you allow people to have to be in the system after doing such wickedness to our people, and you still have them there and justify for them, I mean, you yourself, who is the leader who will be justifying for such people, you be this business person immediately.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Cassidy. Thank you very much. Call me on that number on 077777107. Can I take my second break with the permission of the producers? Bobby, can I take my second break? Or you want me to take one more call? Let's take one call and get back to it. Okay. So she said I should take my second break and come right back.
Bring my umbrella so I can rush to the bank before the line gets long.
So the bank? Honor this ring? Let me laugh at you small, yeah? Yeah, big girls like me do banking from anywhere. All I need is a nice cup of coffee and a chair. It's time to start transferring some cash around.
Oh, you can transfer money from your bank account to your phone?
Simple. My account is connected to my wallet. Standing in line at banks is the least of my worry these days.
Orange Money Bank to Wallet is now with EcoBank. Transfer your money from the bank to your Orange Money wallet and vice versa. Register today with Orange Money Bank to Wallet and worry no more about standing in long queues at the bank. Now you can do your bank transfers from anywhere using your phone. Just dial *144# and follow instructions.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange. Hey man, give me the answer now. What's the NAF president of Liberia Football Association?
Oh my brother, why you saying how give me that for? You asking me play that question?
But yeah, I'm a new level, yeah. The more you know, Orange, is the more you win.
Predict the exact score for each Euro Cup 2020 game and stand a chance to win recharge cards and cash prizes up to $50. Text your answer to 272. Each text is 10 cents.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Papa, I just like enough on the president where I saw.
You complain, my baby, you know you're the news?
Why news again?
Boost your data allowance with the new Euro 2020 Cup Data Bundle. Get 1 gigabyte for $1 only. Valid for 24 hours. Just dial *111#.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Papa, I just like enough on the president where I saw.
You complain, my baby, you know you're the news?
Why news again?
Get your Orange Home Internet Bundle for only $39. That's 75 gigabytes of data for 30 whole days for only $39. Just dial *833# to activate your Orange Home Internet Bundle.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Bring my umbrella so I can rush to the bank before the line gets long.
So the bank? Honor this ring? Let me laugh at you small, yeah? Yeah, big girls like me do banking from anywhere. All I need is a nice cup of coffee and a chair. It's time to start transferring some cash around.
Oh, you can transfer money from your bank account to your phone?
Simple. My account is connected to my wallet. Standing in line at banks is the least of my worry these days.
Orange Money Bank to Wallet is now with EcoBank. Transfer your money from the bank to your Orange Money wallet and vice versa. Register today with Orange Money Bank to Wallet and worry no more about standing in long queues at the bank. Now you can do your bank transfers from anywhere using your phone. Just dial *144# and follow instructions.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hello, your number one 100% Liberian-owned professional garage and auto parts dealer, Uptown Garage, is still around and going stronger and getting better. Yes, Uptown Garage at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets, after 20 years in the business, has a new spare parts store known as Uptown Spare Parts on Broad Street side. You don't have to order spare parts from overseas. You can purchase brand new spare parts for your car from us. No more used parts. For original spark plug from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to us. Uptown Garage has a branch at Rehab that you can also count on. We have a diagnoser that can find and we fix any problem on your car. With our sophisticated equipment, we get. If it's our garage that will work on, we can tow your car anywhere for a fee. Uptown Garage has been around for 20 years now, providing reliable, efficient, and professional services and durable auto parts for your car. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317, 0886 553317, or at our Rehab branch on 0770 90 2865. Our email address is uptowngarage2014@gmail.com. Uptown Garage, always the best. Forget the rest.
Thank you very much. Back on 50-50 on Sky 107. This is scary for me. The National Institute found. Let me give you the facts as they are. The institute have found out there are some unscrupulous lab technicians who are in the system, who falsify results, who change people results. If you're positive, we make you negative. If you're negative, I mean, there's no, if you're negative, make it positive because it's a commercial.
You have to switch it.
They got to swap it because they have developed a new code to justify the result. And this is scary. How can we rely on the test given to us from those guys from the lab? Nobody test results should be trusted. I think the scary thing is because of this money element attached to that, if people are traveling, if you want to make good money, tell them the positive.
Yeah.
If they must fly, instead of paying 75, they cannot pay 200 or 300 or 400.
You say, no, my brother, you cannot leave. You're positive.
You're positive.
And a certain day you're going to. But T-Max, one thing we need to
it's scary.
Take seriously
it's scary.
here.
And NSA people should be picked up by now.
Exactly.
And their names should be made public so that people know that, you know how many people you have tortured mentally?
Why is the Director General still even addressing MICAT press briefing amidst these kind of terrible reports? Why is she even talking on radio, justifying and trying to say this is an internal control issue?
Let's go back to the line to talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Kimia, good morning.
Yes, T-Max and Abini.
What's on your mind?
What we have health crisis. We have more quacks flowing in the medical system. And maybe they are not well learned because of partisan attacks. They have these cases come. Senator sending his son, President sending his son, Judiciary sending his son, daughter. I think we should work the health system that way. Liberia is on crossroads. If all of us are lackadaisical, then you, T-Max, you student, we are dying. So our emergency call right now, I heard a lady talk in studio. People have sent some results. I think this book should be made public so that it can set a deterrent. Because it's not time to favor anybody. The health crisis that we are in, they have does not know president, does not know legislature, does not know judiciary and other person. President, we are all of us, we have to fight this thing. You too, you have to get out to work with your partner to bring more drugs in the 15 county hospitals. That's my take on the show.
Thank you very much. The was asking the woman if she should do the honorable thing to was invited to Liberia on Independence Day. After the oration, people were heading to the executive mansion for a ball. Those normal political things they do on your celebration. And the place got it. And Maurice Ducle resigned. Let's go to the line to talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Good morning, T-Max.
Good morning, my sister. What's your name and where you calling me from? D-Ward? Is this D-Ward?
This is D-Ward.
Fair day?
And
let me ask you something. I want you to be brutally frank with me. Did you do your test? And what was the result?
Hello?
Did you do your test? And what was the result?
I'm talking about test because if you want to do it, make it going to be a friend now.
There you go.
So what's on your mind? What's on your mind this morning?
And now no benefit in chance. Don't ask me that question. Let me tell my thing I want to.
Go ahead.
Yes. The first thing I want to talk about, I always calling on radio station to talk about that 1 month baby that they rape. They say they rape. I don't want to believe it. I've been talking here, winning. Let's get up and do something. Nobody listen to me. And it's taking too long of men beat his wife to death because he sent the grandchild to go there and he beat the woman to death. That's not anything for somebody to beat somebody's child to death because the government not doing anything about it. The last thing I want to talk about, I want to ask the people who saying that Dara and I know having doing jolly and he loving to the other person. They want to complain to them. I mean, the woman let complain to them, then she will call and say, well, so the person say my husband loves to listen to the person. It's not right. Let us stop it. Because people can go abroad and tell people with them. We say they love it to them too. So as I me, I Dara tell them. As soon as I enter this Republic of Liberia, I will sue them. Sue them and let them prove it. And I mean the woman. As soon as Dara stay with them, me myself, I will sue them. So next time so they can do what they do. They will go to do government job.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Why Jesus discovered and crying too much? Let me be a woman and who. Some of them got and their brother working MTA. They need to pay the people. They pay the people here. The person that coming in the street to demonstrate. Let them talk about that one. Thank you, blessed. They clean their hair.
Thank you very much. Call me on that number 0777
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, Tima, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. What's your name and where you calling me from?
Yeah, this is Isaac Mo from Qatar to understand the business.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Tima, thank you this morning for bringing the topic. But I know, Tima, someone like you, this is not a surprise because this whole government is just a ship about to wreck. And this is a serious problem in every sector of this government. That's why I decided that the previous government had problem. The problem is becoming worse and worse every day. And it's nowhere it's out of it. So this is the situation.
Thank you very much.
Just have to keep praying and hope for the better for tomorrow.
Thank you very much. What is on my mind? I'll tell you what I want to talk about. Okay, let's go back to line 6 to talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. What's your name and where you calling me from?
Good morning, Tima. My name is Tamafoya. I call from Canada, Quebec. I just want to say thank you, Tima. I don't really know how to put this out to you. If it is true that people are faking people result, Tima, then there is the need that these people are doing such go to good imprisonment. Because Tima, these are things that spoil our country. Yeah, people like this should not go with impunity. Tima, we have to stand up for something. We have to live by the rules. We have good laws in the country, but the implementation of the laws is the problem. Because Tima's son, I do stuff and just walk star free. When someone from Nimakande village son do something, then we want to at the higher level take a person to prison. So Tima, we are all Liberians. Nobody is more Liberian than our friend. If I'm traveling, if I'm COVID positive, let me stay in the country and go through the treatment. Or don't change my result because you want money and lie to me that I have COVID. So these things, I want to say thank you very much for bringing this out. If the health ministry cannot take action, then there is need for the health minister to even go. These people are doing this. They should pay for what they're doing. Thank you very much, Tima. I'm very, very proud of you guys, the media. You guys in the media, Tima, you guys are doing well. And be very frank. Yesterday, I called on the show, I said there is war between the politician and the media. But we will follow you guys for your education. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Call me on that number 0777 He'll be live from 50 on Sky 107. Let me get back to anything that's on my mind. Please, Samuel, you give me that. There used to be this thing with Mary Brown, first Saturday of the month for cleanup. Mary Brown left almost 3 or 4 years ago, and it's not making any impact because Mary Brown used that first Saturday to do cleanup. MCC has not been anything. It's not cleaning up, and the streets are dirty.
No.
So, and you keep people want to do business. You can't do business until after 10 o'clock. For what? There's nothing going on. So let's forget about this because it was solely intended to clean up the streets and clean up the garbage in Monroe. It's not done. So let's go back to the line. We come back and we discuss that. Good morning.
Good morning, Timac. This is Nyekendora calling from Europe.
Go ahead. Go ahead, my brother.
That's a powerful kissing name.
Thank you, Timac. I'm talking, for me, my point is at the War Crime Code. Timac, people came into that country and slaughter people. Slaughter our mothers, our fathers, our children, right before our eyes. Now we're talking about setting up a court that can judge people. Some of them, they lie on their names. And people playing politics with it. Look, Timac, we are watching that thing from the Senate. All of them, they just playing politics. They just lie. No, they are not going to vote for any war crime code. They say, when they gather, they say, oh, for me, I'm in favor of the war crime code. But how they call war crime code when the people went in Ghana and say no war crime code? That you think that person is in favor of the war crime code? That thing that happening at Enfield, nothing will happen because we are people that don't respect the rule of law. people will just come and steal. People will just come and cheat people. For example, you go tell somebody that have COVID. That is very dangerous. Then you go for certificate. Say the person said, "Mama, I can give you if you give me money, I can give you certificate that you don't have COVID." You kill that person. So, T-Max, that country, let's just forget it, because I can see the leaders, I can see the politicians playing with the life of the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Like I was saying before we take the break for Princess to read, there's First Friday, which call first Saturday of the month, of every month. There is nothing done. Go Douala, go some of us that live in Mount Barkley, go to Mount Gibi. The place is filthy. So why do you want to waste business people's time and say wait until 10 o'clock before you open the store when there is nothing done? The filth is in the street, has overcome the city, and you still holding up to this first Saturday.
You're quickly to weighing on that. You see, Liberians are intelligent people. They are people who respect the rules and regulations of their country. The reason why they deviate from the laws most of the time, they look from the top. When the people from the top are behaving irresponsible with their responsibilities given to them, even though it is not a right, it's a privilege that you are a Liberian and you got elected through the election of responsibility. Mirabro introduced it. What makes you think that people will stay in their homes until 10 o'clock before they leave and get out? It means they have the education that first Saturday of every month is cleanup exercise. But what has not been done is that MCC has not played our own responsibility. Have we seen many people in the street on Saturdays? No. First Saturdays, MCC on the part of MCC?
No.
I hear people hailing Jefferson Koji that he went Pinsville to clean up and this and that. If someone execute their responsibility, why give them extra appreciation like the person is doing you?
The guy is doing what he was appointed to do.
Doing us a favor. You're not doing Liberia a favor. You're not doing Matthias a favor. You're doing your role. Just as the way we wake up in the morning to inform the public, we don't expect you to tell us thank you, but that's our role. Just to zero in for me, as Princess raised the comment. You see, this issue about MPhil, when you come on the show, T-Max, and you say and you provide information to the public, if I come here and feed you with information, T-Max, without verifying, and you run with it on the radio, the public say, no, T-Max, what you're reporting is not correct. First of all, you're not going to say, oh, Matthias lied to me. You're going to take responsibility because it is you. You are the one presenting the show. The person who has MPhil is Macaulay, Jean Macaulay. She should tell that is administrative procedure. You cannot be shifting blame on people you hire that you have control over. You did not monitor the people tested people, they took people test, negative test and give it to people, they took positive test and give it to other people. Then you called on the radio to say to us that, well, and we are investigating. She didn't even sound serious that MPhil is actually doing internal investigation. How is MPhil investigating itself? MPhil is indicted in this. MPhil is guilty by letting people to go through psychological trauma by receiving positive results when they are negative. Who takes responsibility is MPhil. It's not the few individuals you brought. We don't even know their names.
No.
On whose page are we reading this thing?
MPhil's
page. So Macaulay should take responsibility and stop playing with information and English as though people who are sitting do not understand what she's saying. This is really disgusting.
Let's take our last break and go straight to when we return, we'll go straight to Princess for comment from our social media users to give us the comments. And let me note here that the comments you're about to hear are not coming from Sky, coming from our social media users. So this over to you, Princess.
Bring my umbrella so I can rush to the bank before the line gets long.
So the bank? Honor this ring? Let me laugh at you small, yeah? Yeah, big girls like me do banking from anywhere. All I need is a nice cup of coffee and a chair. It's time to start transferring some cash around.
Oh, you can transfer money from your bank account to your phone?
Simple. My account is connected to my wallet. Standing in line at banks is the least of my worry these days.
Orange Money Bank to Wallet is now with EcoBank. Transfer your money from the bank to your Orange Money wallet and vice versa. Register today with Orange Money Bank to Wallet and worry no more about standing in long queues at the bank. Now you can do your bank transfers from anywhere using your phone. Just dial *144# and follow instructions.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hey man, give me the answer now. What's the now president of Liberal Football Association?
Oh my brother, why you saying how much give me that for? You asking me play that question?
My dear, I'm a new level, yeah. The more you know, Ori, it's the more you win.
Predict the exact score for each Euro Cup 2020 game and stand a chance to win recharge cards and cash prizes up to $50. Text your answer to 272. Each text is 10 cents.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Oh, Papa, I just like the president where I saw.
You complain, my baby. You not hear the news?
Why news again?
Boost your data allowance with the new Euro 2020 Cup Data Bundle. Get 1 gigabyte for $1 only. Valid for 24 hours. Just dial *111#
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Oh, Papa, I just like the president where I saw.
You complain, my baby. You not hear the news?
Why news again?
Get your Orange Home Internet Bundle for only $39. That's 75 gigabytes of data for 30 whole days for only $39. Just dial *833# to activate your Orange Home Internet Bundle.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hello, your number one 100% Liberian-owned professional garage and auto parts dealer, Uptown Garage, is still around and going stronger and getting better. Yes, Uptown Garage at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets, after 20 years in the business, has a new spare parts store known as Uptown Spare Parts on Broad Street side. You don't have to order spare parts from overseas. You can purchase brand new spare parts for your car from us. No more used parts. For original spark plug from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to us. Uptown Garage has a branch at Rehab that you can also count on. We have a diagnoser that can find and we fix any problem on your car. With our sophisticated equipment, we give 1 month warranty. We provide a tow truck free of charge, providing reliable, efficient, durable auto parts for your car. Contact Uptown Garage on 0777 553317, 0886 553317, or at our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Our email address is uptowngarage2014@gmail.com. Uptown Garage, always the best. Forget the rest.
Rush to the bank before the line gets long.
So the bank under this ring. Let me laugh at you small, yeah. Yeah, big girls like me do banking from anywhere. All I need is a nice cup of coffee and a chair. It's time to start transferring some cash around.
Oh, you can transfer money from your bank account to your phone?
Simple. My account is connected to my wallet. Standing in line at banks is the least of my worry these days.
Orange Money Bank to Wallet is now with EcoBank. Transfer your money from the bank to your Orange Money wallet and vice versa. Register today with Orange Money Bank to Wallet and worry no more about standing in long queues at the bank. Now you can do your bank transfers from anywhere using your phone. Just dial *144# and follow instructions.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Hey man, give me the answer now. What's the now president of Liberal Football Association?
Oh my brother, why you saying how much give me that for? You asking me play that question?
My dear, I'm a new level, yeah. The more you know, Ori, it's the more you win.
Predict the exact score for each Euro Cup 2020 game and stand a chance to win recharge cards and cash prizes up to $50. Text your answer to 272. Each text is 10 cents.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Thank you very much. Back from 50-50 on Sky 107. I got 3 newspapers here. Woo! For the first time, New Liberian newspaper says Senator Kaneti's COVID-19 awareness. LAA boss relief of his post. And I'll tell you what, if the Archbishop does not have the element of a bishop, does not have the anointing of a bishop, then the pastor can sack him. That's what happened to the bishop at the LAA, the pastor, the bishop, how they call him, Kaye. He doesn't have the anointing of an archbishop, so Pastor Mane sack him.
He has a spiritual appointment by God.
It does not have the element and the anointing of an archbishop.
Max, I see it this way. He got appointed by God spiritually, but he left God's appointment and took a secular appointment from a man. Probably
he does not have the anointing and the element of an archbishop.
I'll tell you.
If you don't have the anointing, if you don't have the calling of God to serve Him, any little boy,
you can deviate from your work at any time. That's exactly.
President George Manawia is a pastor of his church. The pastor sacked
a bishop
of archbishop because he doesn't have the anointing of the Spirit. So he gone. Red light garbage demolition. GOL begins major cleanup campaign to cleanup exercise to give Morel Pinsway and other cities of facelift ahead of the July 26th celebration. PYJ quick Senate leadership. The back page of the New Liberian said government wants big bribe against nude screening. The photo of my friend and my brother Lejewo Rennie. LNBA wants lawyers to be mindful of COVID-19 as 8 LNB members for prayer for a minister gets international appointment. The front page of the Inquirer newspaper said the lack of control over transport fare calls man for Minister Wulu's dismissal. Bishop gives over $3 million to marketeers on loan, where Councillor Sherman resigned to. I was done by PYJ. City Trust begins operations in Liberia. The back page of fellow newspaper says for our employee, woman 56 gets 3 years sentence, but Information Commission validates record management guidelines. The front page of the front page says step aside or be forced out. International Justice Group partners demand President Weah Speaker Chimba to lead TRC's implementation or be impeached. Power grid shutdown aggrieved Liberian Electricity Corporation. Corporation workers lack of facility over slash back label demand dismissal of the experts. It didn't die from COVID. Knockout's family clarifies. Evelyn's death says she died of kidney failure. And you too, Senator Dillon, the arrogance of power. Expectant mothers highlight Bong's maternal mortality crisis, dying to bring out alive beyond the pain we go through to attend a tenal section delivery can be worse, especially at night. The trauma I faced on the day I had my child was something I would not pray for any woman. To follow the back page of the front page said PSG's Sergio Ramos blunder as code published before official signing announced. So let's go straight to Princess in Studio A to give us comments from our social media. Go to you, Princess.
All right, and so let me begin with Henry Mokwade, who writes, stop putting old wine in new bottle and expect it to taste different. Ruth Roberts Pemba writes, good morning, Liberia. What is on my mind this morning is the issue of changing COVID test results at the airport and exploiting money from Liberians visiting their country. If the Ministry of Health is in the know of what is going on, they should please investigate this and try hard to do the right thing. Momo Nelson writes, together we stand for our country, Mama Liberia, guys, because our country is bleeding every day. Ruth Roberts Pemba writes, Max, have you heard the audio of Abache on money being portioned for the Senate? Why no journalist from Page Africa willing to do an investigation in this case? She continues, Enfield herself is the biggest fraud. She said, please read my comment. Enfield making business allegedly out of the test. Kwesi Biadigo Osi Wallace writes, good morning, T-Max, your co-host, Labendi, and my sister Princess. What is on my mind is the way our country is divided. I think the president needs to unite us, T-Max. Lastly, inform we the citizens on a daily basis about the happenings in our country. With Robert Spengba writes, the prosecutors are the main doers getting their court. Liberia's greatest mistakes are their leaders in all sectors. And she says, Liberians, let us stop doing the same thing and expect different results. Otavius Manja Sawopere writes, I hope that individual is rather negative because we don't trust your results in Liberia, like the case of Emmanuel Service. Henry Mokbada writes, Liberia is just a different country on this planet. He said, too sad. Sarah Putaway writes, families, coronavirus is real. The only place that need to be open are hospitals, clinics, pharmacies, and food markets. Said the government is not doing anything now. Reasons well known to themselves, but take care of yourselves. This virus is very wicked, evil, selfish. Me. Love you all. And another one, she says the health department needs to do the right thing. Don't play politics into our people and country lives. Saga Davis writes, you can make people scared, madam. And I think he's referring to Madam Macaulay. Andrew Moses writes, my name is Andrew Moses. Thanks to Sky Family for this great presentation this morning. And I'm watching from my tailor shop in the Freeport Market. Let we all join the president in this fight against the deadly disease. Said President, thank for your good work. We don't have anything, or we don't have any time for CPP because these people are joking. God bless our president, Mr. Weah. Hassan Bedete writes, a very sad country where no system works. People in power are all criminals. Henry Mokbada writes, you don't have a good testing system, but your president is floating all over the place, Mr. Liarman. He said, Mark Zuckerberg, you guys are only interested in the collection of the fees. Wicked people. Ora Gale writes, that's Gawe. Right now, I'm checking my husband's results and it's not leading me anywhere. I enter the case ID and date of birth and check. It's not going through. Why? Vanisana writes, good morning, T-Max, following the show from Meglin and Front Streets. T-Max, what is on my mind this morning is President Weah promised to the Liberian people that we're going to be spectators in the economy, but I think we are being placed outside the field. While we have professional local tillers that were surviving from the locally made nose marks, the government allowed people that don't have an idea because tailoring to bring into the country those Chinese marks that are not safe for our people. I'm calling on the president to please intervene on our behalf. Otavius Manjasawa Perry writes, healthcare system should be perfect, my dear. You are dealing with people. Ibrahim Jacquard writes, this is serious. Is the sample being collected by a qualified laboratory technician? What are the procedures used in recruiting these technicians? Samora writes, in the first place, some of the positive results are actually not positive because they know people desire to travel, so exploit them. Once you pay 150 USD or 200, your result changes to negative. Otavius Majasawa Perry writes, your testing have frauds, please admit it. Arthur JP writes, I think anyone coming out of Liberia arriving in any country should be tested for COVID-19 since a bribery goes on at the Roberts International Airport. Lefty Thompson writes, this lady is being defensive of her incompetence. And I think this person is responding to Madam Macaulay. Andrew Moses. He said, Andrew Moses watching from my tailor shop in the Freeport Market. T-Max, no one from the CDC have ever called you names. The Liberian people. Bella Picking writes, the thing was done to Ellis Cummins when they sent him into isolation from the airport. And let me take like two more. Dana Good said they are killing the people of Liberia. Fitzgerald's Labla, the unidentified role of the Presidential Task Force undermines the efforts of the National Public Health Institute, which leads to power struggle or interest in benefits and losing focus on the real issues. And I'm going to take this final one from our YouTube page. Jojo says, awesome, T-Max. And that's all for now.
Thank you very much. Back on 50-50, no Sky the same, but let me start this way. Do I trust Enfield and Enfield finding? As things are, as things stand, it's difficult for me to trust what they say, either the death result, the surge of the COVID, the existence of COVID. I draw my conclusion from international wires. I do know, and I always tell my family, my friends, my loved ones, there is something they call COVID. It kills. It's been killing people all over the world. And so I think we need to take the appropriate measures so as not to die. That is based on the information I get from outside Liberia. I don't trust this. I don't trust people. When people die, they say the person died of COVID. I just don't trust it, because if people death certificate gotta be analyzed, gotta come about as a result of samples taken, then I don't believe it. I want to be brutally frank. I know when I'm traveling, they will tell me I get COVID. I wouldn't be surprised, because people will say I'm critical, so they will say I get COVID. So I wouldn't be surprised. I took all my vaccine. I took every vaccine necessary, even up to typhoid vaccine. But because of who I am, I know when I'm traveling, I go to take my test. They will tell me I got COVID. And for God so loved the world, I don't get money to pay anybody to give me negative. But I know within myself I don't have COVID, because I'm taking all the measures necessary. All the death result they gave me, all the stuff they publish every day, I don't trust that, because sometimes the numbers don't jive. And worst of all, this last thing that I want to read it for your digestion and comprehension, and take that to the weekend. It's a release from Enfield, and it says like this. We take, don't wear my glasses. We take note of several complaints of extortion and fraud in our COVID-19 testing and result processes by a person trusted to carry out this delicate responsibility. We take these complaints extremely seriously and have commenced an internal review. We believe that these complaints, if true, emanate from sample collectors who create new codes and submit different test samples for individuals who have tested positive for COVID-19. As a result, there will be changes in our system aimed at clamping down on fraud. Any staff caught in this process will be immediately dismissed and turned over to the appropriate authority to face prosecution. Individuals caught paying for changed test results are also going to be prosecuted. We urge everyone to remain calm and cooperate as we tackle this outbreak. This is not an outbreak, as we tackle this gross incompetence and criminality. As we tackle this gross incompetence and criminality. Remember that being infected with COVID-19 is not a death sentence. I agree with you when it is identified and treated early by professionals. We urge the public to continue to follow the safety protocols. So, do I trust it? No, I don't trust it. Do I trust the result they gave as a result of death? No, I don't trust it. Do I trust the figures they gave as a result of who all get it, who all got discharged, and who all stay positive? No, I just don't trust it, because of what they said today, that samples results are being swapped and are being paid for by people in their employ who they refuse to identify to the public.
Quickly, T-Max, as you wrap up, this is really frustrating. This morning when I read that thing on Straight from the Heart, all of the issues that were highlighted, it became the real issue for people to capture, and then that's what they ran with. Now, I'm just so disappointed in Madam Macaulay, extremely disappointed. As an administrator, that's not how to address internal control issue in the public. When something happens, you take responsibility. But the thing about it is that Liberia, we are more protective of our jobs than our integrities and the service we should be providing to the people. Who runs MPhil? Macaulay is the head of MPhil. She knows how they go about recruiting people. What are some basic criteria set aside to recruit technicians that will be playing with people test? Because this is about something that when someone even hears the news of COVID-19, that you just see people wearing PPEs doing the Ebola, they enter your community. People even go into their rooms, and through that thing, they come down with whatever sickness and die because of frustration that they saw people entering their community to take people who were affected by Ebola. Now, coronavirus, just the news of coronavirus. Wash your hands. People are following the procedure. Somebody thinks that they've been living very good. They've been minding their business and doing everything, following all the procedures. They went for a test, thinking that it will come out negative. And in real sense, they are negative, right? But you swap another person's positive test because you receive maybe $200, $300. As little as $200 is you endanger the happiness of another person. You threaten the person's mind. Now you risk the entire society. You pollute the entire fight against the coronavirus. Has been placed on hiatus. I want to put it that way. It has been tampered with hugely by this report from MPhil. This is the National Public Health Institute saying to us that most of the results. So we don't even trust the death report you're giving us. Whether they are COVID deaths, I don't trust them. I can say here that we don't trust these things. My colleague should come further. Maybe she needs to be invited by the Liberal Senate to tell us, to even give account of the people that ran away, that we're yet to give account of them. You have a nation that you're fighting coronavirus and people running away. They have been tested positive, running away, and you just run away. Oh, about 100 persons have run away. MPhil cannot give account of them. Then inside MPhil, in the laboratory, people are using tests to make money. My colleague cannot take responsibility of that. She's not an administrator. I cannot recommend that the president should dismiss her. But honorably, if it is only a nation that people respect integrity and job, she will be resigning.
Although we come to the end of this edition of 50-50, my name is T-Max along with Matthias. I want to be here tomorrow because Princess, along with Buki, we handled that.
And it's his birthday today.
It's his birthday? Abba was born in Foya. How you know he was born this day?
Anyway, no comment.
There were not too many hospitals in Foya.
You just got ruled just recently. Current in Greenville City that you want to talk about.
Thank you. You got current Moravia?
No problem. I got current for your district, so it's okay.
Just a matter of time. It will soon go. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.